the bus door closed with a hollow thud, sealing me inside with the stale air of plastic seats and nervous breathing. Through the glass, I could still see my parents waving, smiling too brightly, as if this were an opportunity instead of an exile. Their figures shrank with every turn of the wheels until only the outline of the camp road stretched ahead, lined with pines that seemed too tall, too silent. They called it a chance for a new me, a summer of discipline, exercise, and transformation. But what it felt like was punishment, as if the body I carried was an offense they could ship away, leaving me to strangers who promised correction. The other kids sat in clumps, whispering in clusters of recognition. Some stared out the windows, faces blank, arms folded tight across their chests. None of us wanted to be here, though few said it. The shame of it clung heavier than any luggage, thicker than the humid air that seeped through the bus vents. When the gates loomed into view, iron bars etched with cheerful lettering, the cheer felt grotesque. Camp Renewal, the sign declared, painted in colors that were already peeling. Renewal, as if we were broken objects sent here for repair. The cabins squatted in rows beyond the gate, their wood darkened by years of weather. The counselors greeted us with wide smiles, but their eyes carried calculation, scanning us like merchandise to be sorted. They spoke in voices too sweet, words rehearsed. "Welcome, you're safe here. This is the summer that changes everything." I wanted to believe them, but the pit in my stomach deepened. The first night, the routine began. Early wake-up times, strict meal portions, exercise blocks marked by whistles and chants. Every movement scheduled, every hour claimed. They said it was structure, but it felt like erasure, stripping away not just weight, but will. The beds were thin, the cabins drafty. At night, whispers carried through the wood, kids crying into their pillows, muffling sobs so counselors wouldn't hear. Some whispered about running away, but the woods stretched thick and endless, the fence too high. I tried to count the days, scratching faint marks into the frame of my bed, but time blurred. Each dawn identical, each meal tasteless. Even laughter felt rehearsed, forced during mandatory team-building games. We were strangers, bound by the same sentence, sharing a punishment dressed as salvation. Yet what unsettled me most wasn't the routine. It was the silence after lights out. The woods pressed against the cabins, too quiet, as if holding its breath. Sometimes I thought I heard movement outside, slow steps circling, branches snapping with deliberate weight. Once I caught sight of shadows stretching too far across the window, long after the counselors had gone to bed. One night, I woke to a sound like humming. Not a tune, not a voice, but a vibration, low and steady, seeping through the floorboards. It pulsed through the mattress into my bones. I held still,